Burkina Faso made an extraordinary economic statement in 2024, generating over $5.5 billion in revenue from its state-owned enterprises, SOEs. This isn't just a figure. It's a powerful declaration that the nation is entering a new era of financial strength and self-reliance. Across diverse sectors such as mining, energy, agriculture, and infrastructure, the country's state-backed entities are performing exceptionally well, fueling the surge. A new economic playbook. This impressive surge in revenue didn't happen by chance. It's the result of a deliberate and strategic shift in Burkina Faso's economic policy under the current transitional government, led by President Ibrahim Traoré. Instead of relying on privatization or foreign outsourcing, Burkina Faso has embraced a model of state-led development, demonstrating the immense potential when local control is combined with competent leadership. This approach emphasizes retaining value within the country's borders, ensuring that profits from national resources directly benefit the Burkinabe people. Mining, from shadows to sovereignty. The mining sector stands out as a prime example of this transformation. State-owned enterprises like Sonabel and Semafo Burkina, which once operated in the shadow of foreign giants, are now asserting their control and negotiating partnerships on their own terms. Through Burkina First frameworks, they've secured deals with global firms, leading to a remarkable 30% year-on-year growth in revenues from gold, phosphate, and zinc. In 2024, Burkina Faso produced nearly 60 tons of gold, with a significant portion of the revenue flowing directly into public coffers through state-run mining companies. This is largely due to new revenue-sharing mechanisms and enhanced transparency. SOEs like Bumajeb and Sonagis now work closely with the Ministry of Mines, ensuring that profits are not siphoned offshore. The implementation of new digital accounting and monitoring systems early this year has provided the government with real-time access to royalty payments and equity dividends, a significant improvement from past decades. President Traoré's emphasis on economic sovereignty has translated into practical systems. The country has pivoted towards value retention economics, issuing performance-based operating licenses instead of simply granting mineral rights. This means companies must perform and pay, or they're out. State-led projects such as the Essakane Gold Field have astonishingly begun generating profits within 18 months, a feat rarely seen in traditional gold projects. Furthermore, local procurement has increased by 45%, with Burkinabe contractors now handling heavy equipment, catering, and logistics. This ensures that the mining economy directly fuels national growth rather than draining its resources, powering the nation. Sonabel's Rural Revolution. Sonabel, Burkina Faso's national electricity company, is another success story. In 2024, Sonabel reported its highest annual income ever, contributing nearly $700 million to the state's SOE revenue pool. Beyond profit, Sonabel is driving tangible change, particularly in rural communities. Electricity access in remote areas surged from 21% in 2022 to 38% in 2024, largely thanks to Sonabel's efforts. The key to this expansion lies in microgrid deployments and off-grid solar systems, financed through SOE surplus reinvestment. Instead of waiting for international loans, Sonabel has used its own profits to build out critical infrastructure. A new digital metering system launched this year has drastically reduced energy theft by 60% and improved billing efficiency, leading to more revenue for Sonabel and more light in Burkinabe homes. This initiative has also created over 4,500 permanent jobs in solar panel installation and grid maintenance. Under Traoré's leadership, energy has been elevated to a national security priority, shifting Sonabel's mandate from just breaking even to actively pursuing growth. The company has also partnered with the Burkina Energy Agency to establish green power zones in semi-urban regions, attracting agro-processing startups and tech manufacturers by providing consistent power. Sonabel has evolved from a mere utility provider into a vital economic engine, proving that well-managed state-owned companies can deliver both power and progress. Digital transformation. Onatel's connectivity boom. In the digital sphere, Onatel, Burkina Faso's state-owned telecom provider, has emerged as a surprising powerhouse. Once considered a sluggish legacy company, Onatel's 2024 earnings surpassed $800 million, with data services accounting for over 60% of this revenue. Their success stems from a bold pivot towards national fiber optic expansion and digital financial services. In the past year alone, Onatel laid over 3,000 kilometers of fiber, connecting not only major cities but also key regional towns. This connectivity boom has empowered small businesses, facilitated remote learning for students, and boosted telemedicine projects in rural health posts. Furthermore, Onatel's mobile banking platform, MobiPay Faso, now boasts over 2 million users, processing transactions exceeding $1.1 billion in 2024 and generating significant fees for Onatel. This exemplifies what happens when SOEs develop localized digital ecosystems rather than simply imitating foreign models. The transitional government made digital sovereignty a cornerstone of its post-2022 economic recovery. Onatel responded by streamlining operations, upgrading its technology, and introducing affordable, tiered data plans to ensure widespread internet access. Onatel's success extends beyond profits. It's driving financial inclusion, expanding access to education, and fostering digital resilience across the nation. Revolutionizing transportation. From roads to rails, transportation, historically a bottleneck in Burkina Faso's development due to its landlocked nature and aging infrastructure, is now undergoing a significant transformation. In 2024, state-owned transport enterprises like Cedarrail and Sagabaf achieved combined record revenues of over $650 million. Driven by strategic investments and improved logistics. Cedarrail's freight network now moves over 1.2 million tons of goods annually, a substantial increase from 750,000 tons just 2 years prior. They've revamped key routes connecting Ouagadougou to the ports of Abidjan and Cadino, cutting delivery times by over 30%. This enhanced efficiency is saving local exporters money and boosting national trade. The road sector is also seeing significant improvements. Sagabaf, which manages public bus systems and intercity transport, launched 50 new electric buses in 2024, operated by locally trained mechanics and drivers. This initiative not only promotes green transport but also reduces fuel import bills and provides commuters with reliable, safe options. These upgrades are part of Burkina Faso's prioritization of infrastructure sovereignty, empowering SOEs to build, own, and operate logistics systems rather than outsourcing to foreign firms. This strategic shift keeps profits and skill development within the country. Even airports are benefiting, with the Ouagadougou International Cargo Hub generating over $60 million this year, primarily through SO-run logistics and customs clearing centers. Agricultural renaissance. Boosting food security and local economies. The revival of Burkina Faso's SOEs is also having a profound impact on agriculture and food security. In 2024, AgriBF, the state-owned agricultural commercialization firm, recorded over $500 million in revenue, more than double its 2022 figures. This growth is not from export crops, but from strengthening domestic food systems. Rice production in regions like Buccal du Mohan and Cascades reached historic highs this year, with yield improvements exceeding 40%. Thanks to state-subsidized irrigation technology and improved seed distribution managed by SOEs, AgriBF has transformed smallholder farms into vital supply hubs, connecting them to urban markets and school feeding programs. A new government food procurement law mandates that at least 60% of public food contracts go through local SOE networks, injecting millions into rural economies, reducing import dependence, and bolstering food sovereignty. Under the AgroFaso 2030 plan, SOEs are increasingly engaging in agro-processing, converting raw cassava into flour, mangoes into juice, and shea into export-ready butter. This strategic vision, which views agriculture not just as subsistence but as a commercial opportunity, has led to more stable food prices, increased farmer earnings, and a national budget that benefits from internal value chains generating cash, financial empowerment. Banking on Burkinabe capital. Burkina Faso's financial sector is also undergoing a significant transformation, moving beyond reliance on foreign aid. In 2024, state-owned banks like Banque Agricole du Burkina (BB) and Banque Commerciale du Faso (BCF) generated over $550 million in profit, primarily by backing Burkinabe businesses. A deliberate shift in lending policy has seen over 68% of loans issued in 2024 go to local entrepreneurs, agribusiness startups, and women-led cooperatives. These SOEs prioritize domestic economic resilience over large corporate borrowers. They are also leading the charge in financial inclusion, with mobile savings accounts seeing a 72% increase, even among nomadic populations, thanks to biometric kiosks deployed by BCF. BB, for instance, financed 1,200 agricultural cooperatives, helping them acquire essential equipment like storage silos and irrigation pumps at single-digit interest rates. This is a strategic move, with the government directing public banking profits to be reinvested into priority sectors like energy, food, and digital, turning the SE banking model into a growth accelerator. Under President Traoré's leadership, the country's financial institutions are tasked with fueling transformation, not just facilitating transactions. Default rates have dropped below 4% this year, a regional record, and public trust in national banks is at an all-time high. This means Burkina Faso isn't just earning money through its SOEs, it's circulating it within its own economy, creating a resilient loop of homegrown wealth, from revenue to results. Rebuilding the nation, the real impact of Burkina Faso's $5.5 billion SOE revenue haul lies in what it enables. In 2024, this money was purposefully deployed to build schools, fund hospitals, train youth, and drive regional development. Over 1,100 new classrooms were constructed this year, directly funded by state enterprise profits, leading to a nearly 20% jump in education enrollment in rural provinces thanks to new solar-powered learning centers. Health infrastructure is rapidly improving as well. Public hospitals in Bobo Dioulasso and Dori received new diagnostic labs, modern maternity wards, and digital patient records, all financed by SEs like Sonapost and Sonagis. Crucially, over 48,000 new jobs were created through direct SOE expansion and public-private partnerships anchored by national enterprises. From telecom engineers to rail operators to agro-processing workers, Burkinabe youth are finding fulfilling careers within their homeland. This is President Ibrahim Traoré's development blueprint in action. A model of self-sufficiency rooted in the country's land, labor, and public sector leadership. The era of extract and exit economics is ending, replaced by a bold new model where state-owned enterprises don't just report profits, they deliver widespread prosperity. If 2024 is any indication, this momentum is set to continue. Burkina Faso's state-owned enterprises are no longer just support pillars. They are revenue-generating powerhouses, driving over $5.5 billion in 2024 alone. This is more than just a financial headline, it's a turning point in the nation's economic journey. The question now is, what's next? Will this growth translate into even better public services, increased global investments, and a stronger regional influence? Or is this just the beginning of a much larger transformation? Either way, Burkina Faso is rewriting its history, and the world is finally paying attention. Sources.